welcome to the Longest Turn Board Gaming Podcast. This is Snapshot Episode 8. My name is Kevin.
Hello, this is Tyson.
This is Tyler.
In this Snapshot episode, we take a quick look at the game Lovecraft Letter. We'll give a short overview of the rules, theme, what we like about the game, and where you can find it. Is this game a good fit for your friends and family? Stick around to get our thoughts because we're ready to jump into Lovecraft Letter. So to start these snapshots, we like to do a quick rundown of the rules, and Tyson's got the rules for this one.
Lovecraft Letter is designed by Seiji Kanai, art is done by Vincent Dutrait, and it's published by Alderac Entertainment Group. Lovecraft Letter is a game in the Love Letter line of games. It uses the same core engine as other games in that line. Lovecraft Letter is played over a series of rounds where players take turns drawing a card and then playing a card from their hand. Each player begins the game with one card already in hand, so that when they draw a card during their turn, they choose from two cards they can play. Like other Love Letter games, each card in Lovecraft Letter has a value from 1 to 8 on it. The major difference is that players might go insane. Unlike other Love Letter games, there are two types of cards in Lovecraft Letter: cards that keep you sane and cards that lead you to become insane. Both sane cards and insane cards with the same value on them have the same effects. However, insane cards have additional and sometimes powerful effects. While playing insane cards seems to be the more powerful way to play, it comes with a dark side. If ever a player has played an insane card to their discard pile, each subsequent turn, before they draw a new card, that player must perform a sanity check by drawing and revealing a number of cards from the deck equal to the number of insane cards in their discard pile. If during a sanity check, an insane card is revealed, that player is immediately knocked out of the round. A round ends when there is only one player remaining or a player is unable to draw a card. The last standing player, or the player with the highest value card in their hand at the end of the round, wins a sane or insane token depending on their mental status at the end of the round, and a new round begins. The game ends when one player has collected either 2 sane tokens or 3 insane tokens. And that's a quick overview of how to play Lovecraft Letter. Let's get back to the table and find out our thoughts on this game.
All right. Thanks, Tyson, for the rules rundown. So let's talk about some things we like about Lovecraft Letter. Tyler, you want to kick us off?
I mean, for me, the first thing that stands out is the art on this thing. I mean, Vincent Dutrait did an amazing job.
It's awesome.
It's so cool.
Really good.
He's one of my favorite artists, and the horror theme art that he does here really pops in this game.
Yeah, it just draws you in. Just looking at the cover, it makes you want to play the game, right? Yeah, it's really good.
Not to mention, it's actually in a box, which always is enticing to me.
Yeah, so we're talking about production a little bit here. The production on this is really good.
It's by far the nicest Love Letter version, right?
Right.
Well, it doesn't come in a bag.
Right.
It's got really cool poker chips.
It comes with card sleeves.
It comes with sleeves for Tyson.
Right.
Which are
right.
are a actual gameplay element of the game. You kind of need the card sleeves.
Do you, though?
You can play without.
You can play without the card sleeves.
Yeah, you should probably take yours out since you don't like.
That's true. No,
I need some. I need some backup sleeves.
I do too.
No, but that is the thing, is that they do come with these really nice sleeves that make it feel even more like a luxury game. And
right.
It doesn't feel like they've inflated the price very much. Like, it feels like it's a really good value for what you're getting out of this game.
Yeah, the poker chips are nice and girthy, right? I mean, it's just like you said, it's a premium looking game and it feels premium. I think they just did a really good job with it.
Even the insert got this velvet finish on it or something. And
yeah, it's not just typical plastic tray in there.
Right.
There's
it's off the charts for a Love Letter game.
Yeah, they did a really good job with that. So one of the things that I really like is that this one, it's the only Love Letter game that I know of that plays up to 6. Maybe Jabba's Realm does. I can't remember for sure. But you can play up to 6 players, which is fantastic. One of my other favorite versions of Love Letter is Love Letter Batman. That only plays up to 4. I still love it, right? But if I have more than 4 players, I'm going to break out Lovecraft Letter for sure every time. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I love that this game plays 6 players, and you're right, Kevin. Jabba's Palace does also play 6 players. However, I think that this was the first Love Letter to do it at that high player count. And I think it does it really well. The other thing that I think it does really well, especially when you're playing it with a high player count, is that in other love letters, it sometimes is, you think you can count cards pretty well, but this love letter gives you 2 types of cards in it. And so it's harder to keep track of what has and hasn't been played, what number is out there. And so the unique abilities on each card are interesting in how they kind of work together based off of that kind of split in whether they're sane cards or insane cards.
Yeah, and that, for me, that's what really sets this one apart from the other ones, is the insanity cards, because they can be very powerful before you've gone insane or before you've played a previous insanity card. You just have to use the base ability, right? Then on your next turn, if you're playing an insanity card, watch out, because they can eliminate people pretty quickly. The rounds are really quick as people start going insane, not only because those cards are powerful, but they also have to do that insanity check. You're flipping over a card to do the insanity check for each insane card that you have in front of you. So if you got 3 insane cards in front of you, you're going through the deck pretty quick, and the rounds go faster. There's this moment of excitement of
You're walking a fine line.
You're walking a fine line.
Yeah,
like
right.
You might have the most powerful card in your hand ready to go, but you got to do the insanity check first, and that is treacherous.
Or there's those times where you do have only insane cards in your hand. You had an insane card when you started the round. You draw a new insane card.
Guess I'm
and
going
now
insane.
You have to go insane.
Yeah, right. I love the Cthulhu card in this
Yes.
game.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome. So in the Cthulhu card, it says if you have 2 insane cards in front of you and you have Cthulhu in your hand, then you automatically win. So it's high risk, high reward, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have 2 in front of you, you're flipping over 2 cards at the start of your turn, and there's a really good chance you're going to get knocked out. But that excitement of that card, if you have it, it's like, oh man, if I get this to work, it's awesome because it's an instant win.
Of the whole game.
Of the whole game,
Not just the round, which
Right.
is really cool. It's the shoot the moon type element in this game, and it is fantastic.
And it doesn't pay off often, but when it does, it's not only exciting for the person who did it, but it's like, you did that? You pulled that off? That's amazing. It's fun to watch, and it's quick to start up a new game.
Yeah.
Because the game's over at that point.
Right. I think it's cool when you're playing to win with insanity chips. You have to have 3 insanity chips, and you get those if you're insane at all and you win a round. If you're not insane at all and you win a round, you get the other side, the regular chip, and you only have to get 2 of those to win the game. So some really cool things going on there because the insanity cards are so powerful, and it's easier to win. Sometimes when you have those in front of you, you have to win 3 rounds. If you're not winning insane rounds, it only takes 2, and that's awesome.
Which adds a different kind of tension and intensity to the game and different choices to make, because you are trying, when you're trying to win for the sane tokens, to not get any insanity cards and do what you can to protect yourself in different ways. And then you feel disappointed when you have 1 sane token win, but then you win that first insanity token. It's an interesting
I'm
feeling.
still the same distance away from winning, right?
Yeah.
That was not an overall win for me.
That didn't help me at all. But sometimes that's just how this game works. You get kind of forced into situations like that,
Yeah.
which I think is interesting. Yeah.
We were playing the other night, and we were having a hard time getting our toddler to bed, and so he came down and was sitting at the table with us, and he was sitting on my wife's lap, and she drew a card and played a card, and it was my turn, and so she's sitting there holding her card, and he's like, 2. and we just started laughing. It was a fun family moment, but it was hilarious. I didn't take advantage of it.
Oh, sure you didn't.
But of course, Logan did on his turn.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? That is so messed up, dude. he played a 1 and guessed a 2. And I was like, dude, guess the wrong number. Come on.
The punishment should have been the next time Caden sat on Logan's lap.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he's yelling numbers on his lap. Yeah. One thing I like about this game, and this is across all Love Letter games, is that there's 1 random card taken out before. So you don't have perfect knowledge. It could be the Cthulhu card that gets, taken out. It could be another card. So there's always a little bit of, even when you're getting later in the round and most of the cards are out on the table, there's just a little bit of hesitation on what am I going to play or what am I going to do? Or what does everybody else have? Which I think is a really small thing about these love letter games, but it makes a big difference in every round, which I think is cool.
And along with that, your turns are so simple. You have a card in hand, you draw a card, and you pick one to play. The flow of the game moves really quickly. The turns are really simple. I love that across the board about the love letters.
And all the information you're going to need about how that card works is right there on the card. These are tarot-sized cards for this version of Love Letter, and they're like very easy to read, very accessible. I love how it's such a simple gameplay that pretty much anybody can play this game. You can introduce it to anybody. Now, maybe Lovecraft Letter adds a little degree of complexity more than your average love letter, but like the love letter engine itself is so like accessible. It's a great game to kind of experience with any group.
And that's what I was going to mention was it kicks it up a little bit with the love letter formula. So if you're looking for something that maybe has a little bit more meat than vanilla love letter, this could be right up your alley, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lovecraft Letter isn't widely available in stores right now. So if you get the chance to pick this one up and you see it out there,
Get it.
go for it because it is well worth your time.
Agreed.
Yes, I agree too.
Tot ziens.
Goodbye.
See you later.
That closes out our snapshot of Lovecraft Letter. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to check out our full-length episodes. We discuss games that we've been playing, do deep dives and feature reviews, share top 5 lists on a variety of board game topics, and discuss all things board game related. For even more Longest Turn, check out our Discord server, Board Game Geek Blog and Guild, Instagram, and Twitter. If you want to support the show, buy us some wooden eggs on buymeacoffee.com. All links and information are included in the show notes. Thanks for listening. Welcome to was that a little bit loud? I feel like I need to do that because Tyler does it every time. Nope. All right, here we go. Nope. And Tyler's got the rules for this one.
Yep. How do you do?
Yes, I agree too.
I concur.
Sorry, that was a little bit of a yeah.
It was a lot more concise that time.
I thought there was more coming after that. It caught me off guard. The other one was like 5 minutes. Sorry.